Hello, folks. Sure, Aunty Lillian. How are you all this beautiful evening? Or is it beautiful? That's the question. Well, welcome back to Aunty Lillian's Puppet in Podcast Part 12. Part 12. Here we are again. And we have a special tonight. I always say that anyway. All my guests are special. And tonight we have our Izzy, who is a creator on TikTok. Her username is at Izzy Douglas 31. She's a gag, and we're going to have a bit of a hoot tonight. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring our Izzy forward. So, here she is. And here she is. Here is our Izzy. Izzy, where the hell are you, two? You're up in Balmina, aren't you?
I'm away down in Brookshane, hey, just outside
Brooks,
Ballymena.
Balmain High,
Brookshane,
where's is that where's Pasture outside there?
with a big shopping centre, hey.
Big shop right in the heart of Ballymena. That's
Right.
where we get complaints. Oh, we get complaints. Says I. Well, everybody, this is our Izzy. Our Izzy is a TikTok creator, as I said in the introduction. But Izzy, how long is it exactly have you been a part of TikTok? But then we're going to talk about this more, but I'll start off with this. How long have you been in and out of TikTok? Sort of, how long have you been about TikTok?
I think I call it TikTok.
So
Um,
do you.
I think it's about 5.5 years, maybe, going into 6 years.
And a
Just
half
before, it
years.
was a few months before all the lockdown and all started.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I
Okay.
don't,
Well, the way we normally start these podcasts is Auntie usually shares about how she came across you and how she found you, but this wasn't the case. You found me because all of a sudden, Auntie did a video, as you do, and it was to lay the blanket on the ground.
oh, I,
And
yeah,
RSC did a duet. And I'll be quite honest with you, I think I had seen you popping up, but it wasn't really aware of what was going on. And you did the duet with Blanket on the Ground. Of course, that gets the curiosity going, and you go and have an ebb and you see
mhm.
what it's about. And I find, before we actually get into the TikTok thing, I think um, Giats are good for that because it brings, even though the creators are doing their own thing, it brings them together to do certain things. You know what I mean? And plus, it makes us realize about each other as well. You
Mhm.
know, and I think it's great. I honestly think it's great because you can have a video there as I. It's maybe sat there for about 6 months, and then somebody does a duet with it, and that revives that video and
Popped
takes a
back
new
up
take
again,
on it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Does a new
it
take.
supports, it supports other creators as well by doing that. You
Absolutely.
know, so
Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to, Annie Megan's going to sing here, there. So I'm just warning you, we're going to go back to the very beginning, long before TikTok entered your life.
go,
So as a, obviously you're of the Balmain High, Brookshian or
go,
Brookshian or whatever the hell you
go.
call it there.
Game.
Where are you originally from?
Well, I'm sure you can tell by the accent. I'm originally from Belfast.
Originally from Belfast. May I ask whereabouts? Now, don't give me your street now, dear. We don't want no anybody out up there. Is it?
Oh, that matter not there anymore. Yeah, East Belfast, Woodstock Road,
Oh, Woodstock
where I
Road.
was
Oh, Auntie
born.
Lillian
Guy.
knows it well. Uh-huh. So you were born over the Woodstock Road. You were brought up there. You went to school there.
I did indeed. I went to Euston Street Primary School and then Orangefield Girls' School. Well,
Orangefield
uh,
Girls' School. Well, we're going to talk about that. So we are. So did you like school? Was school your thing? What about primary school to start off? Were you all right in primary school, or did
you
you
know,
just not like it?
no, I think I don't know where it was. I didn't like the school. I just didn't like being controlled. If you know. So
Right. Okay.
yeah, I wasn't that good in primary school either, and I
Were
was
you
even
always
worse
were
in
you
secondary
always
school.
in were you always independent? Were you?
Yeah, I think it's just I didn't like being caged in and being told what to do. So
Okay.
yeah,
So then we went into secondary school, and
hmm
how did that go?
Well, it went well. I'm not going to say it went well. Yeah, I was never in trouble. Truth be told, there's no point in telling any lies on this because probably people will go to school and will see it. Um, yeah, I never had any real interest in any subject in school except for biology and art, and the
Okay.
biology teacher absolutely hated me. So we didn't get on very well. And
Oh
then
dear.
uh, I was supposed to leave because back then you get two leaving. You know, you get like a an early leaving date and then a middle, whatever way your birthday falls. So yeah, but I was coming up to my close, well, 6 months close to my leaving date, and got expelled. But I didn't tell my nan and dad.
And how
I
long was that? How long was that for before
was
your
about
leaving date?
6 months, 6 months, I
So
think, in
what?
and
What?
around. Yeah,
What did you do? Did you pretend you were going to school, or what did you
I
do?
pretended I was at school every day and put my uniform on, went out the door, and then come in before my dad come home from work and let on to be doing homeworks. And that went on for a brave while until they had an open night up in the school. And it was my sister's open night, my younger sister. And one of the teachers happened to be speaking to my dad and squealed on me. So I got caught on.
So they went to your sister's open night, and
Mhm.
then obviously the teachers obviously knew you because you were supposed to be there, but they did say, and they said, "Oh, so it's awful, it's just not here anymore," and they had no clue
And
what they were
then one
talking
thing
about.
led to another, and then that's how I got caught on.
Did they go
And
bigly?
oh, they went absolutely mental. They did.
Oh my god!
Absolutely
So
mental.
So what did you do after school? As it where do we
After
go from there? Now I
school,
know there is something coming up which I can't really
yeah,
talk about. We'll talk about. I'll mention it, but that's
briefly,
it.
briefly say, so after school, I went to the YTP in the Castlereagh Road. It was like a youth training program, I think, isn't that what it's called? Um, 28
20th
50
50
a
a
week.
week.
And what we bought out of that 28 50 a week, I went a long way, let me tell you.
I think I was able to go out 3 nights a week at 20th
Uh-huh.
50. And I
Oh,
tell you better than that. I say they made you work for that 28 50, and you had to work the same as everybody else, if not more, and do the shittiest of jobs. And all
yeah,
them were getting paid full wage, and there's you getting bloody murdered for 28 50 a week.
£28 50 a week.
Tell me this,
Yeah.
did you get the check?
I pretended you had to go to the bank.
Yes.
That's right. Like, see, all of that, I sort of forget about all that until somebody
You got
tells me.
you got you got the check on I think it was a Thursday or a Friday, and you had to take it
Friday,
up
we
to
got ours on Friday.
and you had to take it to the bloody bank and get it cash
I
for 28 50. Uh-huh.
used to have to stand in a big queue. There was all the YT peers all
I
standing in a
know,
queue to get their money. Yeah.
I know. Do you know what I hate
Yeah.
this is when it was over the holiday time, and maybe they give you 2 weeks in a row or something, or maybe 2.5 weeks. You got a wee bit extra. Just you thought you were rich there.
You thought you were loaded back then, didn't you?
So what did you do in the YTP?
Um, I started off doing the hairdressing, which was great. Loved the
Okay.
hairdressing. And
Mm-hmm.
then I wanted into the bricklaying section, and they wouldn't let me because there was no girls in the bricklaying section. So I complained, and I got through on, and I was allowed to do the bricklaying. So I learned how to build fireplaces and walls and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So
Sorry, folks. I actually coughed there and turned Izzy's mic off instead of mine, so I do apologize about that. Sorry, I'll bunged with the cold here. So in those days, you wanted to do bricklaying, all the bricklaying and pro plumbing and things. Girls didn't do that in those days, and they didn't facilitate, which is scant. Looking back,
yeah.
you know what I mean. Suppose it would be more. I wonder if it would be more available for somebody who wanted to do that now. I wonder.
No, even a lot of years ago, I think it all changed. I just
Mm-hmm.
pursued them and tortured them, and then in the end, they let me in to do the bricklaying course. So they
Okay.
did. And then
Okay.
I done car mechanics for a wee bit, but I was no good at that.
What
And then
mechanics? Car
car
mechanics.
mechanics,
Oh.
But
Oh, she's running around in her
um,
overalls
oh, I
there.
had the overalls, and I also fought for the girls to be allowed to do the bricklaying, and fought for the steel toe cap boots instead of the wee stupid shoes that the girls had to wear. There you
It just shows you the way things change, though, because
are.
you actually see girls doing apprenticeships and all now and different things, and it's cool to
Welding,
see.
building, construction, everything. I can't say a thing any put these on.
I'll put them on there. They're nice glasses. They're nice glasses. They're very like what do you
Like,
call
oh,
them? Do you remember your mum and that Deirdre Rashid? Do you remember Deirdre Barlow there? Some got me big ones there. I think he's gonna get that bacon off her in a minute there. So after that, you had your crusade and you got your bricklaying. What did you
yeah,
do after that? And I think this is where we're gonna have to be a bit careful now. So you just in a general way, which you can share, and that's it.
right. Well, in between going on to the next part, I had my son very young, so I did.
Oh, right, okay,
So
yes.
I had him, and then I went on to having my two girls as well. So, but in between times, the
And what
only
age were you? What age were you? Is it?
guy was 17. Was
And you
saving,
had three.
but then I was in my yeah, I had three kids before I was 21. But
There you are, dear.
in between that, the only thing I really, really wanted to work at was at an undertaker's or funeral director's. So got the kids off the nursery, got enrolled in doing a course, but it was all theory work. It was all written. And I had to study for couple of years, pass exams. Eventually, I did get into a funeral home, and I worked there for about nearly 20 years or so.
Okay.
So,
Just to let you know, folks, we have to be.
yeah.
We're not a really. We can't because of Lizzie's past employment, and also she's registered as well. We're not allowed to discuss anything like that. But what I want to ask is now, and this is all I'm going to say. I promise you, this is all I'm going to say.
You're right.
This is not the usual thing that people would be.
No,
No.
everybody thought, anybody that knew me growing up, because I, I, I never like fit it in a crowd or a group or anything. I always did my own thing. So, um, my family just thought it was completely weird. Like, where's this come from? And they kept saying you'll never get it. And even when you left school, you'd no exams, you'd no nothing, you can't do it, you can't do it. And I did. I went on and got into a place, studied, and became one of the very few females at that time period.
Okay.
So yeah, it was really
So right. Okay. So as to say, we can't go into it. We can't discuss anything about it. But basically,
can't
you
really say
worked.
what goes on in it, but
You
yes, but
can't. But
as
you
for
worked
a
for you
job,
worked for an.
it was very hard as a girl, put it that way, and especially when
Yes.
you're only 20. It was
And then
really hard back then to get in.
yeah, and then also when you did get in and you got qualified, and then
Mm.
you also did. I have to be so careful here. You did a bit of the Undertaker part as well. Out the front
Yes,
with the
yeah.
families.
So basically, I'm a qualified funeral director. Have all
There
my
you are.
certificates, and I'm also a qualified embalming technician. So
Okay, right. So
preparing the
we'll leave it
people.
at that.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that because we don't want to get into trouble. But I'm just going to say it was I don't want to just say people would turn around and say, "Oh, it's a job, you'll get used to it," but it must be a rewarding,
It,
not rewarding, but
it is.
you're
Yeah.
somebody's shoulder. You're there to help them to make this
Mm.
time as easy as possible.
Yeah. And
You're
and
not for arrangements.
it's if people the question I get asked all the time mainly was, actually put makeup on, the people. And I was like, "Yeah, it's not just makeup, the
Mm,
presentation, preservation,
mm.
the whole taking care of them." I don't know. I think I used to get asked that all the time. How do you do it? And I loved it. I
I'll tell you what it
absolutely
is. So as
loved
even
helping
though the
people.
person even though the person is
Mhm.
passed, they still need the respect and they
Yep,
still need the dignity,
you
and
do.
that's what you were there to do.
Yeah.
Basically, dear, okay, because they're Aunty Lillian, dear, Aunty Lillian's known to go to funerals quite regularly, is he?
Really?
I mean, our well, you go with Tupperware there for the sandwiches, but that's another story there. I know you always get sandwiches there, but you know sometimes, yeah, and I'm not
Yeah,
making
the
fun.
onions.
I'm not making fun.
No,
Why
I
I
think when you talk, you have to in a way. It's been made like such a taboo subject that nobody
yeah.
open. It
Mm-hmm.
should be openly talked about. I have no qualms. My kids have grew up. I lived in the place where I worked as well, and
Mm-hmm.
my children grew up with that, and we openly talk, and and
That's
I
the way it
think it
should
helps.
be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, can I just say something here? Gonna brighten it up a wee bit, right? Why is sandwiches at funeral always taste better than sandwiches you would buy in a shop? What is it about that? Is like, why is it when you go down the egg and onion, you can't beat it? Auntie Lillian travelled to Bangor one day, for an egg and onion sandwich, and they were unreal. They were better than Marks Spencer's, let me tell you, dear. Oh, Auntie Lillian's well. And he brings the Tupperware, dear, that feeds us for a week. That's
Fills that
desperate.
up, and away you go. You
He
thought
gets
it
the
just
bit.
came down to Bershane the other day. I had a big tray full of egg and onion and tuna
Oh, I
and
love an
scallion and
egg and
everything
onion.
made.
No,
Um,
hey guys,
I
says
think,
he
I think it's because it's made fresh by people instead
yes.
of in a factory. And then the bread in the shop now and the sandwiches is absolutely disgusting.
Can I just say something? Like, there's one day we had a bit of a mistake because we went to see somebody called Jeremy, and we didn't obviously we don't know who Jeremy is. You know, I was sitting eating the sandwiches, and I thought the taste was funny. Fucking Jeremy was a dog. Dear, I he was sitting eating pedigrees chum sandwiches. Dear, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was fried bed toast pear or something. Dear, desperate. But you're right.
On between your teeth.
Bread. Bread is horrible. Do you know, I think it's only me. I think there's a smell of bread in supermarkets. I think it's
I
only
think
me.
everything's changed now. Nothing,
Mm-hmm.
nothing's the same, and it's 10 prices as well, isn't it? I bought a tin
Disgusting.
of, I bought a tin of soup the other day in the wee shop beside my shop where I work, and it was £2 for one tin of soup.
Mm-hmm. Desperate, dear. And I'm going to tell you, here we're going to talk about prices now. I went into the shop one day. I have this thing. Now, not everybody likes them. I like tinned mushrooms. Now, not a lot of people like them, but I like them fried. Honey onions rare. Was fucking nearly £3 for a tin of tin mushrooms. Years ago, you used to get them for about 40p. They were the stuff they used to give you when you're in isolation through COVID. You were trying to
Oh,
get
I.
rid of. Dear, dear. No, it's so everything is so expensive. That's
Oh
desperate.
dear, now
Okay,
it's crazy.
so how long did you stay doing that for? Is it? Do you still
Uh,
do this now and again, or
I
is that
do, I
finished with?
do, yeah, yeah, no, I do. I do it for myself. So basically, if somebody's got off on holiday or they need like extra help in the
Mm-hmm.
theatre or whatever, they can ring me and then I would go in and help them. But and then I have my chip shop as well, so I'm busy with it.
Well, we're going to lead up to that. So after, so when did the, when as you were talking off camera, so we're talking about the past and stuff. Where did this chippy van thing fit in? Where did all this start? Was this after this or
Oh,
before
this was the
this
way
or?
after
Uh huh.
I left that job. I wasn't really working at the time, and my daughter was helping out a guy doing a chip trailer up in the Harlem Mouth, and
Yes.
they asked me to go in and help because it was busy, and I was like, hell, I ain't going to start cooking no chips. I had no interest, but I did. I went in and helped, and then I ended up doing a lot of work for that fella, and then we got the chippy. And then I bought the chippy off him after. So that's why
Is
that.
this is,
That's
is
all
this is
happened.
this the, is this the chippy you have now?
This is the chippy I have now, yeah.
So basically, he had a chip van.
Uh-huh.
You went to help him with the
And
chip
then,
van, but then but he sort of seen that you were quite good at running this chip van. You were putting wee ideas and all
yeah,
in, weren't you? And
yeah,
offers and stuff.
we did. We paid like, after it was the time whenever the oil rigs was in, and
Yes,
there was like, well, there was 500 of them or something at the time, the workers. So
yes.
quite a lot of them I knew because they were from the area that I was from, and we had a ball. We loved working during that period. It was only for like a 6 month period or something, but it was brilliant. And then I don't know, just kind of got roped in, got used to it, and then we were out of work for a while, and
Yes.
then the chip, the chippy, was up for sale, and he bought it, and then I was running it with him, if you know what I mean, and then
Now, is this the one where you are now?
this is the chippy
So
one
were you
now.
living up? Were you living there, or were you
We-
still living in Belfast, or
No,
had
no,
you
no,
moved out here?
we were moved
Right.
all down here, so
Okay.
yeah, and then circumstances changed with him and stuff, family life changed, so then I bought the chip shop off him, and that's been me ever since.
Izzy, how do you ever get a minute? You always seem to be busy. You always
Oh,
seem to be doing something, dear.
I'm flat out all the time. I was sick there for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, After I got the, can't really say it on thingy, but the um, you know what I
Okay.
mean. Oh, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why you're allowed to say it on this channel or not, but I'm
What is it? What
not allowed
is it?
the jobs.
Right. Okay.
So I
Vaccines.
them things.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay. Just be careful.
yeah. So I know you're not allowed to say it on TikTok and stuff. So
Yeah.
but I was sick after that, and that took me about a couple of years to come round out of that. But I'm still going. Should be still there. Um,
So
it's
are
still
you on? Now this is a personal question, now, so we'll just get it out of the way. You're single at the moment.
uh, aye,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am.
You've had relationships. You've been had relationships before and all that. There, obviously, you've got
Uh,
children and stuff
there you
like that.
go.
There, I'm not going to delve into that. There, how big baiting me. You know what I mean? So, when did TikTok come about, and how did you find TikTok? Did you use any other social media before that, or where did we go from there?
So,
How did it all begin?
trying to find my memories down here. TikTok. I used to do wee videos on Snapchat all the time, just between the girls and work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was one of them that said to me, "You're not ways in the head. You should try out TikTok." And I was like, "What's TikTok?" So I had to look it up and see what TikTok was, and then I downloaded it. Obviously, you had to make an account and all to get in to
Yes,
see what was
yes.
going on, and I was like. I could do that. 'Cause my partner at the time was working away all the time. I think he was in Germany or something, or England maybe, and only came home like every couple of weekends. So when I come home at night, I was there by myself, me and a bottle of wine. So that's how TikTok started.
See, I never did. See, when Elaine was on with me in the last podcast, she started with Snapchat. You see, I never did Snapchat, and I never
Uh,
understood it. So, with Snapchat, then, if you put a video up, doesn't that only stay active for 24 hours or something? Isn't that the way it works, isn't it?
Something like that, or you can send messages to your friends, your contacts and stuff. So
Uh-huh. And did you use Facebook then at, before TikTok, or at the same
oh
time?
god, I've had Facebook and all for years, but um mainly, or Snapchat's more you get filters and all on your face, and you do be funny
Yes,
messages and
yes.
talking and stuff. But then I was like,
As you know, TikTok's getting more like that now. There's a lot more
I
filters, a lot
seen,
more
yeah,
sounds.
I
Do you
seen
know
that.
what annoys me? Do you know what annoys me? I hold on, the earphones fell off. I did a video there the other day, and do you like they have their own sounds with music and all, as I, you
Yep,
know? And I done this song, beautiful song. I did. I was giving it all to her. And then the next minute, one day later, says this has been blocked with copyright. I says, how the hell could
copyright.
it be blocked with copyright when it's off your bloody sound thing? And then 2 days later, it says to me, here's an alternative. It's the same freaking song. I mean,
That's
what?
the same song, but I don't know. That happened in one of my videos ages ago, when
Mm-hmm.
I was flicking through like old content, and I was like, why is that muted? Why is that muted? They're about
Yeah.
to because of copywriting again,
Yeah.
and it was the songs off their list, so I don't know.
I noticed a couple to the last couple when I was looking at your videos, because obviously I'm going to tell you something in a wee minute. I noticed there's a few years are muted. A mine's but there's a couple of mines been muted as well there. I really, but why? Because it'd be different if you were bringing the music from a different source, but you're using
Even
their,
there, I don't
you
know.
know, right?
Honestly,
So
don't know.
let's go back. So, can you mind your very first video you ever did?
I think so. Jesus, my memory's not great. I think so. I think I had blonde hair in it. It was something to do with. Oh, it was trying. When I look back on the lip syncing, then it was bloody awful.
What were you doing in the video?
I think I was sitting. I can't remember. I think I had one of them filters on. I'm not sure.
Um,
I can't do know.
I'm going to
Can't
turn your
remember.
mic off. I'm going to turn your mic off for a minute.
Right. Okay.
Does
Put
this ring a
that
bell?
on.
Does this ring a bell? Because I don't know if this is it or not, but we'll see.
Do you wanna build a snowman?
No!
Do you wanna build a snowman?
No!
Do you wanna build a snowman?
Hold on to put your mic back on. Was
Oh,
that it?
probably. That was
I
probably like
must admit, you suit blonde. You suit
something
blonde. That was 2020.
2020.
I said underneath it
Must have
20
been
when
at
I
the,
was.
I don't know, the start or something. I can't even remember.
No, well, what I did was I went into your videos and I clicked oldest.
Uh-huh. And I
And
come
that
up
was the
with
very first one. And I think
that.
it said 2019, obviously 2020. I think that's what it
Must have been
said.
at the start of 2020 or something.
uh,
Mhm.
so say that was your taster. Come on,
That was
can I
just
just say
tiny
something?
tester.
I say, can I just say something, dear? Anyone's gonna rake a hell out of you, now, dear. 75% of your videos, you're in your jammies. What's that all about?
Oh, I love my jammies. That's what happens when you're single. It's great.
Not every video, but every third or fourth. I'm in
Oh,
my jammies.
oh, I
I'm
just have a new pair of jammies. I was going to put them on the next.
should have keeping the trend.
I've got my dressing gown all sitting here. Look.
Jesus Christ, you're sitting getting their 90s. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I don't like
No,
nighties now.
because
I don't
I
like
was
that.
having a flick. I was having a flick through your videos, and I said, just every other single one just got freaking jammies on, you know?
You
And
can take
then,
the girl out of Belfast, but you can't take the Belfast out of the girl. Now, come on.
have you ever did that? Went
Well,
in the supermarket with your jammies on? I would say you have.
of course I have.
Is it true that a lot of I heard this now? Is it true? Now, I don't know because obviously Aunty Lillian's originated from Belfast, but I migrated out to Westport,
You
right?
might say it to the posh end.
I'm out to fucking posh people that wouldn't even look at you, dear. They wouldn't give you a smile of the day. But it's true that some supermarkets actually stopped it. They actually
Yes,
did
go said
say
I.
there's signs up saying "Do not come in here in your pajamas."
Well, that's true. That happened down here in Ballymena. They wouldn't let you in your jammies anymore. hmm
Jesus,
And
look at happened in Ballymena a few months ago, dear, and they're worried about jammies. It's desperate there.
I know. Well, here,
Brilliant.
they never said nothing to me at Christmas because I strutted in with my daughter in her pajamas and her dress. Because at Christmas down in the shop, because we don't get a Christmas night out around because we're always working. So we dress up. We'll dress up as elves. You've probably seen my videos, and um, I had my daughter dressed up as the donkey. I got her a donkey outfit, and away we struts into Tesco's before Christmas, and I was in my jammies and my dressing gown, but they never said nothing to us. But I don't know whether that was just because it was coming up to Christmas and they thought we were maybe
Uh,
doing it for charity or something.
was the Christmas pajamas you were in? Yes, so obviously that's why.
Yeah. hmm
So you obviously used TikTok a lot then during COVID. Would that be right? Then you used
Sure.
it was
Yeah. I think that's whenever TikTok really came to light for
yeah.
everybody, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
See, I
the,
didn't.
well, I know from because I've been on it from then, a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
creators I know that were following each other
Yes.
all sort of started in around the same time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, I think it was just because, like, I only had a window of a week of the shop being closed at the time of lockdown, and then I had to put all the security things up and stuff, and I opened up again, so we were really busy. But I was doing a lot of TikToks down in the shop as well. But at that
Yes.
time, because we were so busy, and I think the mood was so dense. Everybody was on a real low because obviously
Yeah.
you're locked in the house. You were only allowed to go out for a walk. You weren't allowed to do this, that, or the other. And I think TikTok and people just entertaining each other just brought everything,
Yeah, so
to life. So it was
basically
good for people.
you were eventually allowed to open again. But what people don't realize is this as well, there the amount of money it cost businesses at that time to get the proper
Yeah,
procedures in place for
yeah.
you to open, like those plastic screens. All the prevention stuff was not cheap.
No, no, my sanitizer that stood in the shop, you pressed up your foot, to squirt it on your hand. That cost me £650 plus
Mm-hmm.
VAT. The screens were a
Unbelievable.
fortune. I had to knock walls down, obviously, because the shop's small, to make a one-way system in and out and stuff. So there was a lot of work. Had to go into preparing getting your businesses back up and running again. Wasn't easy.
Okay. So yeah, people didn't realize, the amount of money for those screens, and then did somebody have to come out and see that before you were allowed to open and all that? Is that
Yeah.
desperate, isn't
The
it, there?
council, they had like a COVID team from the council. They come out and inspected, made sure you were COVID confident and all the rest of it, and about after sanitising and keeping distance, safe working distance, all that carry on. But yeah, basically you
Now,
just had
mm-hmm. Desperate, isn't it? Honest to God. And then looking back, do we say to ourselves, we're being too controversial? Did we ever need any of it, really? But we're not going to get into it.
I would have plenty to say on that.
uh-huh. Now, and see, now, as you've been in TikTok for a while,
Yeah.
sometimes it is known, I think, that a few of these would come through your door.
It was that to be parcel or something. Sure, stop it. I wouldn't take a parcel in.
No, but some of these wee TikTok shop boxes would come in your. Does that look familiar to you?
Not at all. I don't spend all that money.
No, I don't mean it like
I'm
that,
only
but you
joking.
are
I'm
known
only joking.
to.
Yeah, I do.
You,
I do.
you, are, you
Shopping.
do. So let's talk about that because not a lot of people in podcasts and stuff actually talk about promoting
You stop.
products. They're all talking about their videos and dancing and carrying on. But I want to do it a wee bit different. How did you get interested in promoting the stuff? It was because you were banned it already and just thought, well, do you know
Yeah.
something?
I
Sure,
think
will.
I think the way when you're trying to like make up content and you're always trying to be funny and you're always trying to put a smile in people's faces and you're dancing, you're blah blah blah, you're doing your normal content. And then I started buying stuff off the TikTok shop. And then I was like, do you know what? This stuff's really good. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
share that with my followers because I like to try and find a bargain on the TikTok shop. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like spending loads of money on it because there is other apps or other shoppable places that you can go to as well. But I think I found with the TikTok shop was like, say I bought something, I thought it was really good value for money. I started sharing it with my followers, not really intentionally putting it out there like to make money, if you know what I mean. So, and then people were really interacting well with the shoppable videos. And I was like, holy Christ. And then,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, then I think I wasn't even sure about tagging the yellow basket and products. And then I was
Yeah.
watching other videos of other people and they always had this wee yellow basket. And I was like, what's that do? So you add your products in and it just went from there, really. Now, don't get me wrong, you
Mm-hmm.
do not make an absolute fortune. Some people do, fair play
It
to
is,
them.
it is TikTok we're talking about now, for God's sake. It's going to take that much money off your bloody gifts and anything when you're alive. Dear, it's getting worse.
It's a hit or miss, isn't it, really? But um, it's enjoyable. But if you're especially coming up to Christmas time, I done loads and loads and loads of shoppable videos coming up to Christmas because if say I don't know how it was working, but the, the TikTok will always if you start doing like shoppable videos, then they will send you
Mm-hmm.
coupons, and then you buy more stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
you're obviously getting money off them because you're using your coupons. and then you're advertising it for other people, and that promotes them to go and buy it, and so forth and so forth. And and that's how it all started for me, really. So, but I
Get it
do
on me
like
free. Get it on me free sample.
get some free samples, but you're better going
You're
for like
refundable.
put in for your free samples. Yes, you're not always going to get accepted for a free sample,
No.
and especially not maybe with the higher end of you
Mm-hmm.
know ended ones, like big makeup companies and stuff like that, or whatever. But put in for the refundable samples, and
Refundable one.
then you
Yes.
pay the price. But if you make one or three, or else someone's up to three sales, you get that money back again, which is good, and
That's
it gives
great.
you incentive to, you know,
I put in
keep
for
going.
I was doing one. I have to be careful because I'm on YouTube. I was doing one for a certain energy drink, and I put in for a wee free sample because my followers have got the level now. I can do it,
Yes,
you know.
you can do that. Yeah.
So I did. I can put in for it. There. Well, I was expecting one can. The country's
So,
nice. I didn't get a bigger food taste there.
yes,
Jeez, I was like, at a wee table outside going, anybody 50p? And I was like, the street, no, it was not indeed. No, but it just shows you, but some of them wouldn't give you an
some
some
of
of them
them,
wouldn't give you an no.
but some of them do. I mean, see if you're getting something free.
Can I just say something here? And please don't take offense. And it's nothing to do with you. But
Right.
you know what annoys me? Do you know what really annoys me? I'm going to swear here, everybody, so I'm just warning you. See if I see any more fucking toilet roll being sold on TikTok, it would sicken the life out of you. 120 rows of toilet roll. Jesus must be doing some shitting in your house. Let me tell you, it's desperate. I am sick looking at toilet roll. I am sick. But there is one thing I must admit I do buy now all the time is the kitchen roll and the blue roll, kitchen roll, and all that there. One day, like that there. But see if I hear any more about toilet roll, I'm sick looking at toilet roll.
Well, funny enough, yesterday I was going to buy the toilet rolls and do a bloody video.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't even be
what for
commenting there.
20 toilet rolls? Jesus, that would last me for 2 years.
But I wonder what it's like. I
I
wonder if
don't,
it will cut the hole off you or not, or whatever.
don't know whether it's very rough stuff that you used to get like in the hospitals and the schools and all years ago. Remember that?
Actel, what was it? Actel, that stuff was. We actually had a discussion on one of my other podcasts one time.
Uh,
It was like tracing paper.
that's it.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. I think they called that toilet roll as the Eisel or something. I think it had a green cross on it. There was like tracing paper. It was desperate, cut the arse off you there.
Well, I only used to
But
get a
what?
contact
You always use what?
Andrex.
Other Target Rule brands are readily available. Have to be careful because I'm on YouTube. Right, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a Duke at one of your shoppable videos. I think it's one of your shoppable videos.
Don't
I
know.
think it is now. Well, you're wearing pajamas in it anyway, so we'll see what you're doing in it anyway. So let's see what you're doing. So we'll turn your wee mic off here and let's see what our Izzy is up to here. So let's see.
Shoppable video. It feels like absolute ages, but I wanted to show you my new pajamas. Like, got the wee teddy bear pattern on them. These pajamas, I'm not even gonna lie, they're so comfortable. Look at the stretch. They're really, and they're warm as well. They have a straight leg, so not that elasticated stuff down around the bottom of your leg. These are a medium, and they fit perfectly. Can't wait to get into bed now tonight with them on. These are really, really cheap. They're under £8. Under £8.
I'll just take it off there because I don't want to go into the details again because we're on YouTube and don't want to get tagged off for advertising and all that there. But generally, that's what you do. You just stand and share and share your own experience. And you know something? They actually did look comfortable them, so
Oh,
they
they're really,
actually
really
did.
comfy. I love them. I think that's my second best pair that I have.
I've seen you. I haven't got this video, but I actually seen another video that you did that you actually had the pajamas on. And then you took the pajamas off, but then you forgot to put your basket on. Then you had to put the pajamas back on
Like,
again to do the video.
oh, yeah, because when I went back in to do it, it wouldn't let me add the product. It just let you edit the cover, and I was like, "Oh, for frick's sake!" So I had to go and get
I
changed.
do that too. I do that too in normal videos when I'm doing a dance or something. I'm doing stand there beginning away, and then she just realizes she's no glasses on or nothing, or there's just nothing down below, she's standing in her knickers or something. I go, oh shit, and then I have to do it all over again, dear. Desperate.
No, what people don't realise too, like, see, even when you're trying to lip sync or you're doing a dance night, see if I make a mistake and I'm dancing, or if I was to fall flat on my face, I would post that. Like, I don't care. I would post that if I thought it would make somebody laugh. But
You see, somebody told me that. Somebody said to me, do not. Or
no,
do you watch the video of mine the night? I'm not going to go into because it's your night. It's not about me. And it was about me talking about Dubai style chocolate. And I ended up talking about KFC style chicken because that was one of my followers. But somebody said to me, leave it in. Don't take it out.
oh,
Leave it in.
don't take it out, because you get more interaction from people whenever.
Mm-hmm.
I've done loads of mistakes in videos, like, and I just fucking throw it on in
Do
there.
you know
I
what annoys me? When you're watching a video and you know it's been cut to hell, is all
like properly edited and all that stuff.
I know. I don't even edit these. See these podcasts? I don't do it. I just leave them. If there's a mistake made, it's made, and just leave it like that. You know what I mean? Because people can then see how they're made and whatever. See all this that. And I'm just lazy. I can't be out doing it. I just can't do it. I see. I've got the patience
I
there.
I don't know how to do it either, so I just go with the flow and just stick it up, stick it on, and away you go.
Now, sometimes you are known to give advice as well. And sometimes it's done in your own way. Watch this. Is this the one? I think it is. I think it's this one. Hang on.
It's in the past. Yeah, but it still hurts. Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
Nah,
It doesn't matter. It's in the
we're playing a
past.
game. There's a reason.
Yeah, but it still hurts. Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
And the reason why I did that twice was because I want people to see that even out of something that looks silly, there's an important message, and that deep down there's an important message. The past is done. You know, there's stuff done. Some stuff has happened in the past. You can't change it. You know, there's an important message.
Yeah, yeah,
And I find that's another important part of TikTok as well. Yes, we do have dances.
yeah,
Yes, we do whatever, but there is you people can identify to certain things that you do in your life with their lives, if you understand what I mean.
they definitely can, and I think you know, you're putting like messages. That was simple thing with me doing the dishes and just giving it, like, that was the quote advice for today. Don't let your past define you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you move on, you change it. It- and there's a lot of people on TikTok who are going through so much that none of us
Mm-hmm.
know about. You know what I mean? We don't know each other's businesses really. We only know what's on the app. And unfortunately, sometimes what we know on the app isn't real,
Mm-hmm.
or like, I just post what I feel I want to post, you know. Um, I don't pretend to be somebody I'm not on TikTok, because I don't see the sense in that either. But a lot of people have reached out to me even privately, and if I can help them, I'm going to help them. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sending out like wee messages like that every now and
Mm-hmm.
again really gives some people a boost. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Like there's me, like I think I told you this off camera, and I could said it in camera. You know, Aunty Lillian does a dance there or something, or whatever, and I had a user, you know, that name contact me saying, I remember that song. My late husband used to play that song, and he says he knew that he was dying, and when he passed away, he says every time you hear that song, I'll be dancing with you. And she sent me this message. Oh, I was in bits. I was like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But I'm triggering a memory, you know, and other
yeah,
dances or songs I lip sync, and you do. We
mhm,
trigger memories in people's lives. I've had people messaging me saying, or even in the comments saying, I'm dancing around the kitchen with you. And this
yeah,
is at
like
7
that
o'clock or
too.
something in the morning. Isn't it great though? And isn't it great?
It's
But
a good, it's a really good feeling that you're able to help somebody and
yes,
just give them a
absolutely.
wee boost. And there's you just dancing about your kitchen like a loony
Uh-huh.
bin, so enjoying
Yeah.
just whatever. But I've had people like sending me, "Can you do this one? Can you do that one?"
Yes.
And I was
Yes.
I with
Yes.
them, and away you go. And who cares? Like, people would look at that and go, "What the frick does she think she's doing?" But I
Mhm.
don't care what anybody else's opinion is. If I'm able to put a smile on that person's face that's asked for that,
Yes.
then you
Mhm.
just do it. You
But you
just do
are
it.
doing something. You're making a difference. You're
Yeah.
making people. Geez, as pardon me, as most of us say in our profiles, we trying to make people smile.
Mhm.
Some of us make our followers remember, and they identify. Even people who don't follow us come in, because people forget. A lot of people who don't follow you still come in and look, and still don't follow you,
Oh,
but they
I.
look regularly at your videos, and sometimes they don't commit to follow. They commit, but they don't follow you, but they still look.
Yeah,
But
still
one
comment.
thing, yeah. So what about well, there's something else I was going to ask you there, dear, because it's just saying something there. What was I going to ask you there? I was always when I down Lillian's head there, dear. So you have another little thing that you dabble in as well, don't you? You're a little bit spiritual. Is it spiritual or is it
Yeah, yeah,
Wiccan? Is it
yeah.
Wiccan? Or describe it, Aunty Lillian.
So, uh, well, everybody calls me a witch, right? So, well,
You're a
there's
witch.
the witch,
Okay.
there's the witch, right? So I have been practicing now for many, many, many years when I was a teenager. I wasn't taught it. I don't belong to a coven. I'm not in a circle, and I'm not devil worshipping and none of that. Carry on. So I like I before it's hard to explain because everybody go, "You don't believe in God." Nonsense. I just don't believe in certain teachings, if you know what I mean. So I've always
Yes.
got my own path. I've just went my own way. And
Absolutely.
my real proper like spiritual awakening as such happened about a year and a half ago. And I'm still on that now. I'm still learning a lot of new things now, spiritually and stuff. But yes, I do. I cast spells and um charms, and I do rituals and that sort of thing. Yeah. So uh,
But you're entitled to. That's your belief. That everybody's got their beliefs, and everybody can do what they want. Basically, I'm going to call it. Because I'm actually going to play a wee tune that you did, and you actually did this not so long ago. Now, I must explain because again we're on YouTube. I can only play this for 1 minute. Anything over a minute will get cut off, right? So this is a wee thing you did the other day. So let's have a wee check at
oh,
this.
yeah, ritual.
Here we go. So got your wee mic off for a minute. So here we go.
Wealth and blessings come to me. Abundance flows so effortlessly. Joy and freedom fill my days. All I desire rise my way. I am worthy, I claim my power. Abundance rises, now is the hour. Money, joy, and love align. Everything I want is already mine.
I had to cut it there. Sorry. It's just YouTube. So how did you get that flame, that color? I the only wants to know, dear. I asked you that off camera. I'm going to ask you again. I'm determined to get an answer.
That wasn't the flame, that was the colour.
All right. Okay.
It wasn't the flame. It's a wee change of light that I have in the background. But the
Oh.
candle is a ritual candle that when we niece bought me actually for Christmas with the protection stones and all in it and stuff. And the other night it's the new moon. So
Yes. Do
first new
you leave your? Do you have crystals? Is it?
yes, I work with certain
Do you put your crystals out to recharge and all? And see how the alien knows it all there.
crystals
I had to recharge in
and
the sun. And
make myself
also, as well, I am known that sometimes things could bump in the night. You've heard things and seen things. Just share a wee bit about that because our time's coming up very shortly. So share a wee bit about what you've experienced.
so I've had lots of experience. I don't really consider that. Well, um, I have had other people that don't feel easy and say in the house or whatever. I did go to clean somebody's house one time for them with a friend of
Mm-hmm.
mine, and I was nearly pushed down the stairs and stuff like that happened. So, and there obviously nothing there. Um, but mainly any energies that I've come across. There's actually one of my TikToks I was doing about over a year ago. Just I had all the stuff packed up in my mummy's house. All the boxes were sitting behind me. And when I was doing the TikTok, and you look and you can see the orbs behind me. So sweet things like that. I'm not strictly afraid of anything like that.
They're always about. They're always there. They're in the background. Aunty Lillian
Yeah.
knows. They're her twin brother Stuart, who's 30 years younger, is a psychic medium, and he's done it all of his life, but he just doesn't work at the minute because since Daddy died there, so he's always aware of it. So,
Uh-huh.
as a final question of the evening, you've did shoppable videos, you've did your dancing videos, you sit in your car, you share about your life, you take your work, you take your TikTok sometimes to work, you dance and work. Is there anything on TikTok that you haven't done that you would like to do? Maybe try. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I don't know. I like comedy, obviously the comedy scenes and stuff. I probably would venture into like making up a character and doing comedy or something. And
Don't
live
give
would
your
be
auntie, don't
really
give
good.
your auntie like it, don't give your auntie like an ideas here now. Don't be giving her any ideas. Can I tell you something? There's somebody looking for me apparently at the minute, and I don't know who it is. Dear that freaky Fanula, I don't know who she is there. So,
You don't know who she is.
what about these ones? Now, here's a good question actually for you because you're connected to catering, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you do a food review? Or have you done a food review? Would you consider doing it? Because I think you would be honest, a good candidate to do it. What do you think?
If I was out somewhere like in a restaurant or something and the food was absolutely amazing, and I would probably do a video on it and say, look, if you're looking for somewhere to go,
Yes.
blah blah blah, check this out. The only problem I have, or if I was to go somewhere and the food isn't good, I would tell them it's not good. Do you know what I mean?
But as I say, this is what
It's
people
not
need
something
to
that you have
hear.
to be plastering all over it, and up either,
No,
because
no, no, no.
I could come up and I'd get something out of somewhere and go, that was absolutely stinking, not worth the money, unless it was really, really bad and people deserve to know, then of course say that. I'm a wee bit in two minds with food reviewers. People giving their honest opinion of food is fine. It's okay. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. There was a guy reviewed my chippy not that long ago, and
That's what I was actually going to ask you next. Has it ever been done with you?
it has been done with me. I've never had a real bad review. Now I have had bad comments and bad reviews. For instance, there was a girl. This was just before Christmas, right? And I had the round tubs that I was doing my Christmas chips in. The thing about the plastic cartons, or not the plastic, the polystyrene things now, they're trying to do away with them, right? Because they're not recyclable.
Yes,
You have to
yes.
pay a good fortune for the cardboard or the plastic containers. So I had got the round, they're called salad boxes, but everybody's using them for kebabs, everything now. And there
And
was one,
I like brown and round. They're actually
yeah,
horrible
to
looking.
be
They're like
big.
curry. I like them.
So
I
that
know what you mean, though. Yeah.
because it saves you on your wrapping and all the rest of it. You're just getting it in the one carton. But anyway, there was this girl come in, now she's not from here, so I'll put that out there. And she asked for chip, cheese, and curry. And I was running out of my other dishes, so I give her in a round tub. She come back in a week later, and she asked for a chip, cheese, and curry, and I give it to her in the ordinary carton.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to get it in. And she stood and she argued with me that that wasn't the right box. And I says, no, that is the right box. The box I got last week wasn't the right box. And I showed her the round tub and she said no, it was bigger and argued with me and it was me freaking served her. And in the end, he says, but me and my boyfriend want to share. And I said, you're paying for one chip cheese curry, love. It's a one person meal. Do you know what I
I was
mean?
just about to say
But
it's not about the container, it's about the food as well. You know what I mean? Yes,
she
but I
left
know
a really
people
bad
the way
review
say.
on Google. So
Mm-hmm.
she left a really bad review online. And it was me she was talking to. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the member of staff, it was me.
Yeah.
So, but people like that, I don't just fucking run
But you
on.
see, people are like that. I actually find that. I find some people when they go to Chippies or go to Chinese or they expect it to be the exact same way every time, the same packaging, the same thing. So, say
Mhm.
for instance, you got your packaging, maybe you got it maybe a couple of pounds cheaper or something next month or something in your chain. But
Yeah,
then there's a whole bloody drama because it's not the packaging, it's the
it's
food that you're
the
paying
food
for.
lane. Yeah, yeah, it is
You
the food
know?
lane. And going back to the food review too, like, you know, if somebody was to approach me and say, Izzy, will you come down to my shop and do a food review? And I would have a think about it because it's something that I don't do. Excuse me. But I would definitely not charge them for it.
No,
I,
no,
I,
because
just
I
don't,
don't agree with that.
no, nor do I.
Because I think if you're paying someone, if you're paying a food reviewer, you're influencing them. It's
Well,
influencing them. Sorry,
that's,
Aunty Lillian just says it. Mm-hmm.
well, that's
It's
it, Dan.
influencing.
Yeah. So if I was out somewhere and I thought it was worthwhile going to, yeah, I would. I would definitely do a video and say, look, this is absolutely amazing. You know, whatever, blah blah blah. It's lovely. I'm worth
And
the
you're
money.
always fun. I will finish off in this because we are out of time. You do like your products as well for your creams and stuff and your and whatever. So maybe you can maybe consider going out getting a treatment done or something. Do we video getting that
Yeah,
done?
well, I have one coming up shortly that I got as a Christmas present. So that I'm gonna do a video on that and I'll do a review on
What
that. And
people don't realize is that when you go out and you're doing videos when you're out, it's not easy to do. It sort of, what's the word, interferes in what you're doing. You just can't go in and get it done. And you have to stop it here, stop it there, do this, do that. People don't realize that.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
keep pausing it all the time, and it's hard sometimes if you're on your own trying to do it as well because your angles and you're talking and stuff. But this girl I think knows that I'm going to be doing a video, so
Yeah, yeah.
that'll be good. I just need to get it booked in, and get
See, I
time.
don't like. I'm just gonna say this. I don't like a lot of now. I know a lot of people are doing it now. They're putting captions on their videos. I don't like that. Do you know the like subtitles on the bottom? I don't like that.
My videos are coming up with them on them anyway. For some reason, you used to be able to. They weren't always there, and then
Well,
whenever the words are coming up.
if you can choose to put them on at the end of your videos. Now you can put the captions on or take them off.
Well, I do
That
it.
I would do it if they're long talking. I don't like them. I think it's very official.
Well,
But
sometimes
apparently the
they don't
reason.
come out. The spelling doesn't come out the way you're saying because
Yeah, but you have to go through it then and edit it all and change it up. No, do you know why that is? Apparently they're there. Because for people who are on trains and buses who don't have the volume up, can
right
still watch your videos and
and
read
the
what you're
bad
saying,
what you're saying. No, but
which gets you your view. You say there.
yeah, I'll have mine
Poor
off.
Auntie
Trouble the
Lillian
word.
there. I don't like it. Well, see, just before we finish tonight,
Yes,
I'm going to finish on a high. I don't know if it's a high or not there. You and I did a little duet recently.
we did.
And we did. Now, it's not the one that the first wasn't Blanket on the Ground, but it was another one. And it did very well on YouTube. In the end, it got 9.7k views on
We
YouTube,
did.
which is good for YouTube, believe it or not, for short. So basically, you had did this video and you had planned to go. I think you put it out in the pool.
I
I,
can't.
it was out for a night out. Maybe looking for a new love interest. Maybe
Oh,
yes, that one. That
well,
one. Yes.
that was
I
I'll tell you how that actually came about.
go
Every
ahead.
everybody was doing that video. Everybody was doing that, that song. I'm not going to ruin it. But, and I was like, I have to turn that into something funny for me. So that's why I put them captions in the front.
I loved it. I
But,
absolutely loved it.
and the same as the video I did the other night last week after getting the shower. I don't know where you seen that one or not.
No, I haven't seen that one yet. No.
I watched that one because it has the blanket on the ground song on it.
Yes, I did see it. I did see that. Yes, I did.
Like,
Well,
there is no heat. I just
no,
pull that up.
this one you put a wee quote up saying something
Um,
like, "This is for I'm gonna."
be,
What
be
was it again?
prepared. Be prepared for the
Uh-huh.
new man in my life for a new man entering my life or something.
Yes, and you had originally. Anybody doesn't know, folks. Again, I'll repeat this. You can do duets on TikTok, where the creator makes the video, and I can go in and duet with the creator, even though you're not. It's done virtually. You'll see in a wee minute. So Izzy had done this, and I actually loved this film, and I hadn't seen it for a long time, and I heard the song. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to say goodbye first of all, and we're going to play out with us. So Izzy, thank you very much for joining me tonight. As I say, it's so relaxing. It's just like just like a chat. It was just like a
Video
chat.
call is great.
Uh-huh. So Izzy, see before we go and before we play this video, Aunty Lillian does something at the end of all our lives.
Oh, I
Okay.
know.
But before I do it, if anybody wants to follow our Izzy on TikTok, her username is at IzzyDouglas31, and also moi, Aunty Lillian,
Yeah.
Aunty.Lillian.
I only need about 80 more and I'm at 30. So,
Honestly, well, I was 14, then it was 13.8, then it was 13.9, then it was 7.
but
Now
still,
I only need about 50 to get to the 14 again, dear. I don't know what the hell's going on.
like, only made it up. I'll do
That's
it.
it, dear. So, anyway, thanks, Izzy, for joining Aunty Lillian tonight and giving up your time, because I know you are very, very busy. So, Izzy, get the arm up. Get the arm up. So, right, folks, don't forget, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. We're going to play you out with this wee duet, and don't forget the most important thing. Get it up, you, while you're young. So here we go. Let's play out with a sweet tune. Again, I can only play a minute of it because it's YouTube. So hang on. So I'm going to turn your mic off, Izzy, just for a minute.
No.
There's that many bloody pictures here. I can't find you. There you are there. So here we go. Here we go.
Don't tell me what
hold
to
on.
do.
Hold on.
And don't
I know he's freaked it up there. Hang on. What the hell is that not there? Why is that one still come? Did I play that as you did? Didn't I? Hang on. Oh, that's why I didn't take it off. Right, here we go. Try it, Lillian. Wrap it up, Lillian. Here we go.
Don't tell me what to do, and don't tell me what to say. And when I go out with you, don't put me on display. Pretty good. You remember? You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way. You don't own me. Don't tie me down, 'cause I'll never stay.